Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium here in beautiful St. Joseph, Missouri, home of your St. Joseph Mustangs. We have another interleague matchup between the St. Joseph Mustangs and the Van Johnson Raiders. Tyler Mundo alongside Carter Norris for the first 4 or 5 innings. We'll see how it goes. A lot of guys filling in for the absent Charlie Marshall. But it should be a good one here today, Carter. What have you seen from both the Mustangs and the Van Johnson Raiders?
So what I'm seeing from the Mustangs is a lot more experienced players they got out here, a lot of college guys who are in their sophomore, junior, some in their senior year. And coming here from the Raiders, we have a bunch of guys that are just out of high school, just now getting committed into those college lineups. And we have a really, really big guy out here today from the Raiders who I haven't seen this caliber of player before, except for maybe Carson Strack. But right out of high school, we have a guy, I think his name's Trey, who is coming out here. He's committed to Tennessee.
Yeah, one of those Power 5 schools coming out of high school. You know, I don't know how much he'll play his first year, but any guy committed to a Power 5 school is going to have some talent. So super excited to see that. It's also Saints night here in St. Joseph, throwing it back to before the Mustangs, before they were called the St. Joseph Mustangs. So we got some nice turquoise unis here. We got the mascot out here, and it should be really fun to see that. The starting pitching matchup is going to be Jacob Alinder for the Van Johnson Raiders, and starting for the Mustangs is Sam Pitts. Now, Sam Pitts threw a gem last time. What are you going to look for Sam Pitts to be successful in this one?
Well, we're looking for him to just, keep it down the middle. A lot of these guys are going to be looking for stuff sort of off the plate, I'm pretty sure, because I was watching their batting practice, and they were really hunting for stuff off the plate. So if he can just keep it down the middle, they're going to strike out.
No, I like that too. We're going to get going in a couple minutes, but right now we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Tyler Mundo alongside Carter Norris. First pitch will be underway in a couple minutes, but right now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Van Johnson Raiders. Leading off and DHing, Jackson Mervosh. Trey Snyder's at third base. Ryan Williams in left. Jet Buck is at short. Dane Moberly in right. Lucas Wilson at second. Cole Young's in center field. Noah Williams at first. Kobe Wheeler catching. And on the mound is going to be Jacob Alinder. That is a starting lineup for the Van Johnson Raiders. Defensively, the Mustangs look like this. Jackson Glick at first. Truman Bodenhausen at second. Carson Schrack playing third. Mason Holton back in the lineup at short. Frank Gallin left. Darius Freeman's in center. Jeter Mose in right. He made a tremendous play yesterday. Kyle Hepburn behind the plate, and throwing to him is going to be Sam Pitts. So we talked about the Mustangs being part of the St. Joe Saints. Tell us a little bit more about this promotion from the Saints.
So, Tyler, we're looking at the St. Joe Saints out here today. They have a really long tradition here in St. Joseph, Missouri, of just being the baseball team before the Mustangs were here. Back in the early 90s and 2000s, we featured names like Lyndon Black, Red Kastner, and, a future MLB All-Star, Dan Ugla, which is on the sign down here with these huge names like Mickey Mantle and Buck O'Neill and stuff like that. And tonight we are hosting these beautiful jerseys that we have on, which are up for auction if you happen to be at the game. It's just going to be a great game today. We have a bunch of former Saints players out here today, and we're just looking to see a great game from the St. Joseph Saints today, Tyler. And
it's Saturday night. We got fireworks after the show. Super excited for that. So I must say, I do really like the Mustangs jerseys tonight. I also like the Raiders jerseys, almost Toronto Blue Jays-like. Maybe not the same color scheme, but have the nice lining.
If you look closely, Tyler, they do have the same exact logo on there as the Brewers. They've changed it up for the Raiders, but it's really nice. Even on their warm-up stuff when they were coming in the stadium today, it beautifully set up with their things, and, we're giving our Mustang Saints run for the money.
First pitch of the game from Sam Pitts misses just high, and we are underway here at Phil Welch Stadium. Jackson Ravoche, the leadoff man, is quickly ahead 2-0 on the left-hander Sam Pitts out of Coach Ice College. Here's the 2-0 home. And not the start you're looking for the Saints. It's 3-0 to the DH for the Raiders. Sam Pitts with a 1-0 record and a 1.29 ERA, hoping to build off that here. And there's the first strike of the ball game. 3-1 count here to Jackson Ravoche.
Ravoche isn't really nobody to look at. I mean, he's sporting out of his first year in college a 3.49 average, so he's a slugger.
And where do you go to college?
He attends Kansas City Community College here in Missouri.
Well, no matter what college you go to, that's going to be ball four with how far that's off. So it's a leadoff walk to start the game. Jackson Ravoche reaches, and this brings up Trey Snyder, who I believe you mentioned in our broadcast earlier.
Yeah, Trey Snyder is that University of Tennessee commit, standing at 6 foot tall and 191 pounds. He's a double righty and is turning 19 in 4 months. So an 18-year-old committed to Tennessee.
Wow. So young, so talented. There's Pitts getting ahead of this batter. So it'll be 0-1 count here to Trey Snyder.
Now, Snyder posted an excellent exit velo for his age, sitting at 98, and his hand speed looks pretty good too at 24, and bat speed sitting around almost 80 miles an hour.
That pitch brushes off Snyder. It's going to be a 1-1 count to the Van Johnson third baseman. Pretty big frame too from Snyder. He's got a good baseball build.
6 foot, 191 pounds is nothing to laugh at.
Here's the 1-1 from Pitts. The lefty throws a breaking ball. That one's hit out to Darius Freeman, going back a little, but no problem over there for the center fielder, as it'll be 1 out with the runner on first.
Yeah, Darius is known to make those type of catches in the outfield. The sun might be a little bit of a problem today, but, he's after it. He got under it, and he made the catch.
That's going to bring up Ryan Williams, and he's in left field today.
Yeah, Ryan Williams is a senior out at Northwestern Missouri State, and he's sporting a 291 average throughout his entire rank there.
There's Pitts, back-to-back hitters. Now with a first pitch strike, that's a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Here's the 0-1 from Pitts. And another pitch taken up in the zone. Might have taken some off there. Maybe a high changeup?
Maybe. What I'm really surprised about is that the last batter, the third baseman, Trey Snyder, has literally the exact same build as Ryan Williams, who is a senior in college. Both standing 6 foot, 190 pounds.
That ball is going to be fouled off to the right side. Glick going to have a look. And it's going to go foul. Now, I saw over there in the canopy, it is Mizzou Awareness Night. So anyone who goes to Mizzou, you are more than welcome to drown your sorrows here at Phil Welch today.
So does 2023 ring a bell for you, Tyler?
It actually does, because it's the last time the Mizzou Tigers won a basketball game. That one's popped up and fouled off again. And hopefully I won't be fired after my boss, who went to Mizzou.
Yeah, Kai is a Mizzou graduate, but he seems to love hiring KU interns. So rock chalk out there to everybody out on the field doing their work.
I love it. Here's the 0-2 to Ryan Williams. Ravosh not going anywhere. And that's a third straight foul ball to the right side.
He's really putting a barrel on that ball there. He just needs to find it and get a good piece of it and send it out there to somebody.
Now he is battling.
Guy.
He is battling, that's for sure. Jet Buck on deck. Dane Moberly to follow. Pitts his third 0-2 offering. Coming home. Little slider misses off the inside part of the plate. Breaks the count to 1-2. There goes Mervosh, and that ball is lined, but foul over the Raiders' dugout.
Man, there was a lot of speed coming off that ball. He was just way early on that swing.
He's fouled a couple to the right and now one to the left. If he can straighten one out, should be good things there for Ryan Williams. He was down 0-2 early, but has done a great job of driving up Pitts' pitch count in this at-bat. Here's the 1-2 again. That breaking ball fouled straight back. I feel like I've said that a lot already.
Yeah, this is not something you want happening to your starting pitcher as a coach, just getting these high pitch counts early on the game. That's going to have you some decision-making later on, having to switch out pitchers when their count gets too high.
Now, for the Mustangs, they do have a fantastic bullpen. Guys like Jace Johnson, Tim Teixeira, Riker Curry, and even newer guys like Noah Thomas all have done really well. That ball's grounded. Truman Bowden has it in second. He's going to go to Holton for one, and over to Glick for two. Sam Pitts gets the double play and is out of the first inning.
Great job of the Saints there, picking up that ball, getting out of the way of the umpire, almost hit the umpire in the leg there. Just being able to track that ball out from behind the umpire and making that double play is really nice stuff.
The Mustangs will have their shot in the bottom of the first. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium.
For us.
Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium here in beautiful St. Joseph, Missouri. The starting lineup for your Mustangs looks like this. Leading off, Darius Freeman, Mason Holton at short, Carson Schrack playing third, Kyle Hepburn behind the plate, Jeter Mose batting fifth, Dom Felix in the sixth spot, Jackson Glick playing first, Truman Bodenhausen at second, Frank Gall is in left field, and you just saw Sam Pitch throw a shutout first inning. Mustangs sitting at 20-2 on the year. Defensively, for the Raiders, you got Cole Young in center, Dane Moberly in right, and Ryan Williams out there in left. The infield, you got Noah Williams at first, Lucas Wilson at second, Trey Snyder at third, Jet Buck at short, Colby Wheeler is catching, Jacob Alinder, and that is the starting lineup defensively for the Raiders. Leading off, Darius Freeman. He's hitting .333 with a .385 on-base percentage, 15 RBIs, and about 14 steals. Good start to the year for him. First pitch to Freeman is taken up and away.
Yeah, Darius is one of those charismatic guys that you love to have in the dugout, and I love that he's leading off today, just getting the Mustangs started and showing them what they can do.
How important is it for a guy to not only be a fast guy at the top of the lineup, but bring the energy and bring the dugout level up a little bit?
You know, when I was playing back in high school, you know, we always had those one or two people who were always hyping up the dugout and making sure everybody played well. And when those guys were gone,
that ball's grounded up the middle. Lucas Wilson going to his right. It's off Wilson and kicked over to Jet Buck. It's going to be an infield single for Darius Freeman. Scored that a 4-6-3, but they don't get a single out on the play. What a wild start to the bottom of the first.
That's one of the most insane plays I've ever seen. Off the foot, it looked like of one of the infielders out there, and just flicked over to there. And Darius really had to put the horses on that one to get across the base. But like I was saying, Darius is one of those guys that you really need. You know, when people like him are out or sick or injured, it really just puts a dampening on the team and really gets rid of the energy. So it's glad to see him out here leading off.
That'll bring up Mason Holden. He's hitting .239 in the year with a .444 on base percentage and 11 RBIs. He started out pretty hot and has cooled down significantly. Hoping to turn that around here.
Yeah, Mason Holton's a junior out of Western Carolina University, and, you know, ooh.
Also, you don't know if you saw that almost Randy Johnson, that bird out there.
Yeah. He fouls it off and hits the roof.
One thing you don't know, if you haven't come out to Phil Welch yet, every time the ball hits the roof, there's usually a sponsor. So you hear that sponsor about 15 times a game.
Yeah, there's a lot of foul balls out here, more than I'm used to seeing for many games, but, you know, that's the kind of competition we have out here at Phil Welch.
No, really good play here in the Major League in general. I think the Van Johnson Raiders are also in a very good conference. A lot of these Raiders guys very young, but going to JUCOs, D1s, D2s, much like the Mustangs. Excuse me, the Saints tonight. Here's the 1-1 to Holson. Freeman with a little bit of leadoff first, drawing the attention of Jacob Olinder.
Yeah, for young guys, they seem to be carrying themselves very well, the Raiders team. You know, they're out there, they're moving in the outfield, they're not really standing around.
That one's hit down the line. Holton not really moving and almost went over the fence. It was fouled by a couple feet, but that ball was actually given a pretty decent ride.
Now, if you could just time that up a little bit and hit that same exact spot, it's going right over them fences into the party deck.
Now, I saw some of the guys taking BP. Holton, Hepburn, and Mose were crushing balls over left field. I saw Mose went over the second fence in left field in BP. That's a lot of raw power right there.
And that second field is at least 20, 30 feet back from where this regular one is.
With wood bats, too. Pretty impressive. Here's the 1-2. There goes Freeman. He's going to go to second and take second. Pitch miss outside, so Darius Freeman will be on second.
Yeah, Darius Freeman showing his unmatched speed. He is, to his saying, the fastest person on the Mustangs roster, and, you know, he's showing it out here with, I think he's the leader in our stolen bases.
Yeah, the only guy who can maybe give him a run for his money is Frank Gall, and he's hitting 9. So you're going to have Frank Gall and Freeman back-to-back in the lineup. A lot for Jacob Olinder to worry about. Here's the 2-2 to Holton. Breaking ball misses just outside.
Oh, and you see the sun being a problem there, almost hitting the pitcher in the face with that throwback from the catcher.
That happens a lot here. That's something we've noticed since the first game. Catchers have a tough time throwing back to the pitchers. You have to lob it really high, or maybe you can give them a little one-hop, and throws down to second base. Usually guys get caught stealing in the later innings, not early on, because it's hard for the second baseman to adapt to that throw in the sun. Here's the full count. And Mason Holton reaches via the base on balls. It's back-to-back hitters reaching for the St. Joseph Saints, and that's going to bring up Carson Schrack, the third baseman.
Carson Schrack is one of our top people. He's committed to Arkansas, coming out of Colleyville Community College. Coffeyville, my bad. But, you know, he's heading to one of those really big schools that do a lot of damage. Did they reach the College World Series this year?
Arkansas, I think, just missed it.
Yeah.
But still a very good school.
One of those teams that are very competitive.
There's Schrack lining one just foul.
Ooh. So you see the power of both these top D1 guys, being able to fight off baseballs, being just late on that one.
And Schrack, he hit 404 his freshman year at Coffeyville. 404 is impressive, but to do it in JUCO is even a step ahead of that. You hit 404 in high school, it's good, but doing it at the college level is something else. Here's the 0-1 from Schrack. There goes Freeman for third. He's frustrated. He would have been there. Fouled off by Carson Schrack, battled by Carson Schrack, who might be apologizing to Freeman after this inning. But it'll be first and second, 0-2 count on Carson Schrack.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a miscommunication about a hit and run or anything, but, Freeman had that easily, and Carson just, took a swing at it.
It could have been more of a run and hit. Freeman got a good jump, but Carson down 0-1. Saw a pitch he liked and wanted to do damage. You wouldn't want him to go down 0-2 even if he's getting ahead, if he's one of your best hitters. But Freeman will have to stay put at second. We'll see if he takes a look again. Lucas Wilson holding him on. Takes a look, and even with that sun, Lucas Wilson makes a play.
Yeah, he was a little late on that one, but even then, that pickoff move was way too high for them to do anything with that. Freeman would have got down and just been completely safe.
Maybe just trying to deter Freeman from going.
I don't think you can scare him. Freeman's one of those hardy guys that'll do whatever he can.
Not going there. That's a ground ball. Hits to Lucas Wilson. 4, 6, 3. It's going to be a little late. So Carson Schrack reaches on the fielder's choice. Mason Holton out at second. The throw from Jet Buck just not enough to get the left-handed Carson Schrack. So they'll have runners at the corners now with one out. That'll bring up the catcher, Kyle Hepburn, who is having himself a season.
Kyle won Player of the Game not too long ago, maybe 2 games ago. He's out here. He's doing really good damage behind the plate and, on the plate. Sending balls out there and, picking off guys and just doing a great job defensively and offensively.
Here's the 0 pitch from Linder. There goes Schrack. And they're going to throw down. It's going to be a close play. And Schrack is called out. Gunned down by Colby Wheeler as it needed to be a perfect throw, and it was. So all of a sudden, after having the first 2 guys on, the Mustangs have a runner on third and 2 outs.
Yeah, he really dialed in that throw right there. The last 2 have been way high above the second baseman's head, but that one was just right on the money. Schrack had a good jump, but that was just a perfect throw.
So Hepburn now needing a base hit to score Darius Freeman from third. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Hepburn. And that ball swung and grounded back to Linder. Should be an easy play, and it will be. So Linder escapes a jam, and we're going to be all tied up, headed to the second inning. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Tyler Bermundo joined alongside Carter Norris as Jet Buck is going to step in for the Ban Johnson Raiders.
Yeah, Jet Buck is a junior out at Washburn, standing at 6 foot, 175 pounds, and is really one of those utility players that you can play all over the mound. Not mound. Well, you can play him on the mound, but he's also an infielder and outfielder. He's just an all-around great player.
Jet Buck is there. Jeter Mose as he's going to line one. Darius Freeman going back a bit. But no problem over there for the center fielder, as it's quickly going to be one pitch and one out here in the top of the second.
Yeah, really trying to make the most of his pitch count right here. You know, he had that really long at-bat with it was Trey Snyder. And Trey Snyder's feeling right at home because we just got done playing the Rocky Top Anthem here at Phil Welch, getting ready for his start being a volunteer. Yeah, but Darius Freeman with another great catch.
In steps Dane Moberly, as he's going to take a breaking ball from Pitts for a strike.
Dane Moberly coming fresh out of high school, committed to Drury University, coming out of Liberty High School, Missouri.
That one's grounded foul. Actually, the other guys, not you and me, but everyone else on our broadcast team is from Liberty, Missouri, actually. I think they all went to Liberty High School.
Yeah, I think Dom was talking earlier about how he had played so many games with some of these players, you know, just getting to know them, and I think he's made a connection with some of these guys, so be interesting to know who he's rooting for.
And he is rung up on that fastball. Not really the most aggressive call by the umpire, pretty casual, but either way, Dane Moberly goes down looking. That's going to bring up Lucas Wilson, the second baseman.
Yeah, Lucas Wilson graduated from Stanley High School and as of right now is uncommitted. But interestingly, him and a lot of players in this Raiders lineup and just throughout their whole roster have played on the Royal Scout team all during the same year.
That one's grounded off the glove of Pitts, straight to Mason Holton at short. Score that a 1-6-3 as Sam Pitts has back-to-back 1-2-3 innings to start this evening. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium.
I think that jersey's a little bit too big for that.
Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Peter Pan sighting right there as he looks identical to how he does in the movies. Jeter Mose leading it off for the Mustangs, Saints, Tenderloins, whatever you want to call him. And he's set to face Jacob Alinder. Here's the first pitch to Mose. And he takes that one on the outside part of the plate for a strike.
Yeah, Jeter Mose is a freshman at Gateway Community College and had 8 home runs in his last year when he was on the Hamilton High School baseball team in Chandler, Arizona.
He has 2 home runs in this young Mink League season. He's also batting .277 with a .324 on base and 8 RBIs. Here's the 1-1 to Jeter Mose. Fouled off to the right.
Yeah, I remember that Jeter Mose home run. You know, it was a Tenderloins night. He was out there. It was a really great atmosphere. The first Tenderloins night, if I'm correct.
That is correct.
And he slammed it right over that right field wall. And, you know, Everybody went crazy. The Gatorade dunk was awesome.
Breaking ball left up high for a Linder. I also remember it because it was a home run that I didn't get to call because I still haven't called the home run yet this season. Charlie's gotten all of them. I do have 2 walk-offs, though, so. Also undefeated as the play-by-play announcer. Here's the 2-2 to Jeter Mose. That ball's lined through the 3-4 hole, and Jeter Mose has the second hit for the Mustangs here this evening.
Yeah, beautiful line single, just splitting the gap between the first and second baseman, just getting it down, getting a runner on base and letting everybody else behind him work.
That'll bring up Dom Felix, who's brought his average up over 304 here in the Mink League.
Yeah, 304 is nothing to laugh at here. We have pitchers that are pitching mid-80s, some really great curveball, slider mixes. Just a lot that a hitter has to deal with. So hitting 304 is nothing to laugh at.
That's a big swing and a miss. Felix repping number 44 here for the Saints, normally number 25. Also gets the day off of catching. He's caught the last 2 nights against the Monarchs. Caught, my math's correct, 18 innings, but now Kyle Hepburn is going to step in and help him out. Quick look at Mose, a little show-me move by Jacob Olinder.
That's really interesting. We have a lot of pitchers and catchers on our hitting lineup today here for the Saints.
Yeah, it's helpful when guys can kind of rotate through, especially the catcher position. That ball's lined to the shortstop, Jet Buck. He's going to go to Wilson for 1, and the throw is going to be high. So there will be the force out at second, retiring Mose, but Dom Felix reaches safely at first base.
Well, that's a really high throw right there, almost over that net.
They're going to give the error to Lucas Wilson, the second baseman.
Well deserved.
What'd you say?
Well deserved.
Well deserved. I thought you said something about Missouri.
No.
And I was like, Missouri and an error, Mizzou. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely getting fired after this, to be honest.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Here's Jackson Glick. Big swing from him. Glick on the year is batting .286 with a .388 on base percentage and 6 RBIs. Although I feel like he has more RBIs. He seems to always get up with runners in scoring position and usually has come through. Just hasn't been playing a lot in this homestand.
Yeah, if I'm the umpire right now, my heart's beating. That ball was right next to his face coming back off the bat.
1 out with Dom Felix at first. 0-1 to Glick. Here's a Linder. That ball on the outside part of the plate, fouled back.
I like the real aggressive approach of all the batters today, really. We've seen a lot of foul balls, not that many balls. We did have 2 people walk early in the game, but a lot of foul balls, a lot of lost balls. I wonder what the budget is on lost balls out here at the Phil Welch.
Yeah, I think you still have to return it back if you get it. But if there's balls in the parking lot, may not want that. That ball's grounded to the first baseman, Noah Williams, making a spin. And getting the force out at second is Williams. Nice play over there by the Raiders' first baseman. How about that? That is the 3rd fielder's choice for the Saints. We're only in the 2nd inning.
Truman Bodehausen is one of those guys who's really consistent on this lineup and, is out here. He's swinging. He's doing his job. And, I believe he is from St. Joseph, Missouri, if I'm correct.
Both Bodenhausen bros are from the Missouri area, that's for sure. He's going to take that one for a strike.
Love seeing hometown boys out here representing, teams that they've probably grown up with.
Bodenhausen batting .300 on the year with a .420 on base percentage. He's only slugging .325, the only 1 extra base hit for the guy born and raised in Missouri. Here's the 0-1 from Truman as Jackson Glick is going to steal second without a throw. So the Mustangs now have a runner in scoring position with 2 out.
We're looking for Truman to work his magic that he usually does out here. You know, just slap something just past that infield grass, and you know, see if we can get Glick home.
Here's the 1-1 from Melinder. Bodenhausen fouls that one off to the right. Believe it or not, Truman Bodenhausen, if you're not counting Ike Book, who's out for the year, has the third least amount of at-bats on the team. I feel like I see Truman Bodenhausen in the lineup a lot more than that.
It might be his memorable name. You know, Bodenhausen's one of those unique names that you don't really ever see, and you know, when you see it on a lineup card, it really stands out.
That one gets away from the catcher Wheeler, and 90 feet away now is Jackson Glick.
Like I said, Truman's got to work his magic here. You know, get a run on the board. You know, sort of early out here in the bottom of the second. Get something started. We're deuces all across the board. Let's make something work.
Yeah, it's 2-2 count with 2 outs. To Truman Bodenhausen playing second in the second inning. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball. Going to be a tough play over there for Trey Snyder. The Tennessee commit makes a strong throw and keeps this ball game tied. It's going to be 0-0 as we head to the top of the third. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. There's the St. Joe Saint doing the YMCA. It's always YMCA time in the top of the third inning here at Phil Welch Stadium. 0-0 ball game, and leading off for the Raiders is going to be the center fielder Cole Young. Sam Pitts has retired 6 straight to start this game. Young takes a pitch in there for a strike.
You know, it's interesting Cole Young playing center field today because looking and going over his stuff, he usually plays middle infield and is committed as a middle infielder to Central Missouri. And is the third guy on this team to be 6 foot and 190 pounds.
Wow, that's actually crazy. Guess the coach knows exactly what he wants when he's recruiting. That's important to know. You said he's a middle infielder. A lot of guys start out in the middle infield and then work their way to the outfield in the majors. Mookie Betts being the one exception that he started in the outfield and worked his way to the infield. But when you play shortstop, you're typically one of the most athletic guys in the field. It's pretty easy for you to move out to the outfield and really play anywhere.
Yeah, as an outfielder myself in high school, you know, coach tried me to try out for middle infield once, and whew, those guys have stuff to deal with.
It's a beautiful curveball there from Sam Pitts. Waving at that was Cole Young. Here's the 1-2 from Pitts. Fastball running away, and he gets a piece of that, fouling that off to the right.
That's not a bad two-strike approach, you know, fishing for, you know, anything that could possibly be called a strike. And he got a good piece of that, and, you know, it keeps him alive for this at-bat.
Hoping to extend his at-bat. Last inning, Sam Pitts threw less than 9 pitches. Here's the 1-2 again. And swinging and missing is Cole Young. Another curveball. And he missed it. Sam Pitts' second strikeout of the evening. And that brings up Noah Williams, the first baseman.
Now, speaking of, that 190-pound, 6-foot rule, Noah Williams isn't too far off, standing at 6'2", 200. That coach really does know what he wants when he's recruiting players.
Noah Williams batting .276 in his summer ball year. He's has a .436 on-base percentage and a .379 slugging. So a guy that does get on base, but not necessarily hitting for a lot of power. Quickly down to the count, 0-1 to Sam Pitts, who's really feeling his breaking ball. That one misses just inside, though.
Well, that's kind of what the Raiders need right now, is a guy who can just get on base, get something started here. Both teams, nothing to show runs-wise on the board.
That fastball ground to the third baseman, Schrack. Quick shuffle. Bit of a high throw, but no problem over there for Jackson Glick as Sam Pitts has started this game perfect, 8 for 8.
Yeah, that sun's looking like it's no longer going to be a problem as a cloud has come over the field. And it's nice hazy, perfect visibility for outfielders, infielders, and especially that pitcher.
In steps Colby Wheeler, the catcher, but more importantly, the taco hitter today, as the first pitch from Pitts misses just inside. He didn't love that call. The Ban Johnson Raiders batting .307 as a team. Those are very impressive numbers. Only 4 home runs, though.
I don't know if you can hear it in the broadcast, guys, but we have our famous taco fan here who comes to almost every game. I feel like I've heard him at every game, and he just comes out and screams taco at these guys, really getting in the players' heads.
Fastball misses just inside from Pitts, who seemed to be cruising, and maybe it was the announcer drinks, but is behind 3-0 to Colby Wheeler. He has one walk, ended up getting a double play in the first to get out of there. As there's a fastball in there taken for a strike.
That's a perfect pitch you want to throw, low, looking like inside like one of his breaking balls does. And, just getting in the pitcher's head. They were looking for an easy walk, and they're not going to have it.
Here's the 3-1. That one's driven deep, but going to be foul. That
Absolutely
looked like
crushed.
at home run distance and then some.
Yeah, it went over the wall over there off the third base
There
side.
goes there's a kid.
Over the window. Jumping over the wall.
Really wanting that Mink League ball. Isn't there an opening in the fence about 10 feet from where he went?
Hey, he got it.
He got it, though. Here's the full count to Colby Wheeler. That ball's going to be popped up. Calling for it is Jackson Glick, but taking it is Truman Bodenhausen and Sam Pitts. 9 up, 9 down to start this game. It'll be 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Frank Gall's going to step in here in the bottom of the third inning, as he's been red hot to start this Mink League season, batting .439 with a .540 on base percentage.
Yeah, I'd say his stats are a little boosted, though. He doesn't get as many.
I don't know about that, as that ball is grounded past the first baseman, Noah Williams. Frank Gall looking for two. He may have more. It's being kicked around by Dane Moberly in right field. And Frank Gall is going to have himself extra bases here in this third inning. We'll see if it's credited as a double or a triple with the error. But either way, the Mustangs have a guy 90 feet away with no outs.
Yeah, way to make me eat my words right there, Frank. Man, that thing just dribbled on down the line, and the right fielder could not get a hold of it.
I think it's going to be scored a triple for Frank Gall. I don't know if you can see that on the broadcast, but Dane Moberly showing off his soccer skills, kicking that ball multiple times.
Yeah, the folks on the party deck must have had quite a laugh at that one.
That's going to break Darius Freeman's bat, and that's not going to get the job done. One pitch, and Darius is retired.
If y'all are ever looking for a broken bat, they usually end up selling those in the gift shop.
That was a clean break right there.
Yeah, that'd be a nice souvenir to take home. And the players will sign anything you bring up to them, especially if you buy it from them.
These Mustangs guys are all very nice. Carter and I have talked to multiple of them, and just good people.
Yeah. They love hanging out in the office with us. You know, Trev and Darius love coming by and just saying hi to us. Very friendly Saints team.
A little confusion here. Darius Freeman was standing on first. I don't really know what for, but he's slowly walking back to the dugout. Either way, Mason Holton now walked in the first, and he has a chance to bring in Frank Gall, who led off with a triple.
Yeah, the Saints aren't showing those same dominance that they showed yesterday with that run roll against the Monarchs.
Big swing and a miss from Mason Holton.
Yeah, that's a swing. You're trying to drive that guy in, but you know, he needs to take it slow and get a ball that we can use.
The Raiders not too worried about that run. Every infielder playing back. Ground ball past the pitcher will get the job done for Holton, as that looked like maybe a slider or cutter that missed high. Here's the 1-1 from Linder. Beautiful slider, catch at the bottom of the zone. Mason Holton hoping for some contact here. Can't go down on strikes with a runner at third and only one out.
Yeah, they need to be productive here. You know, scoring a run, you get a rally started, put some numbers on that board.
Fastball in the outside corner, and Mason Holton not happy. Jacob Linder.
I would not be happy with that either. That was clearly off the plate, but you know, that's not something you argue. It's something you let your coach argue. No sense getting thrown out at home.
Jacob Linder has allowed the leadoff man to reach in all 3 innings and has yet to give up a run and might be able to fade. The leadoff triple by Frank Gall. That'll bring up Carson Schrack. He walked his first at-bat. That ball's going to be grounded just foul. Right through the first base coach's legs. You got to stay down on that one. Can't be the coach and do that. Lead by example.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words when you're trying to teach your infield guys how to pick up a ball, and that one just goes right to your legs. A little bit embarrassing, but he's laughing it off with the guys over there by the dugout.
And right by your dugout, too. That's another one. He'll be hearing that for a while. He might want another ball hit from Schrack, make some redemption.
Schrack looks for the sign.
Here's the 0-1. That one on the outside part of the plate fouled off to the left.
Schrack's been a little late on these pitches here, and you know, if he can just barrel one up and get the timing right, you know, that ball's going far.
This Raiders team has a 3 ERA and is holding opponents to a 190 batting average. They're 11-4 on the year, and their stats back that up. 0-2 grounded the shortstop Jet Buck. Should have plenty of time, and he will. So Another leadoff man reaches a leadoff triple by Frank Gall, but Jacob Olinder works out of it again. It'll be 0-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium, and while we have the chance, we're going to show you the updated Mink League standings. The Mustangs in first. They have not played a conference game at home the last 3 days, but they're sitting at 17-2. The Renegades also haven't played a conference game since yesterday. They're at 13-7. Corinda Athletics 10-7. Sedalia Bombers sitting at 9-8. The Carroll Merchants overtake the Chillicothe Mudcats. That should be a 6, not a 5. As they're 8-13, the Mudcats 7-12. The Crop Dusters at 7-13 after being in second for the longest time, and the Nevada Griffins in a distant last place. That is what the standings look like right now. Digging in is Jackson Ravoche, leadoff man. He reached on a walk and then was doubled up. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball from Pitts is popped up. Glick calling for it. And again, stolen from Bodenhausen. Second time that's happened today. It'll be 1 out now for Trey Snyder.
Yeah, I don't know if Bodenhausen's not listening or he's just got some big cojones on him. But he's going out and just stealing those balls from Glick.
Yeah, he's catching those balls for sure.
We were talking about last inning how the Saints haven't really been able to hit a ball off of the pitcher, and he's been keeping them really low. But what I'm thinking is, as he gets strike right there, what I'm thinking is these college guys on the Saints team are not really used to, the same type of pitches that are coming out from a guy that's fresh out of high school. So that might be a little issue. That's why strike's probably a lot early on these pitches.
And on the contrary, guys who are coming out of high school may have their confidence sky high. Even though they're playing better competition, they came from shoving in high school, putting up tremendous numbers their senior season, and just continuing to roll with that. Another breaking ball from Pitts. That one misses just high.
That was a beautiful piece of movement on that pitch. Just missing the high, though. Sort of floated in over the bag.
Here's the 2-1 from Sam Pitts. Fastball misses inside. Pitts, in 14 innings, has only walked 2 guys going into this game, but now in his 4th inning of work, walked 1 and in danger of losing another one. Here's a 3-1 to Trey Snyder. That one's grounded back to Pitts. Took a weird hop and make it easy for the pitcher. And quickly, there are 2 outs at the top of the 4th.
Yeah, it's nice for a pitcher to have a reaction time like that, being able to get that ball and, getting rid of what would be an easy runner at the plate for the other team. I know guys that see the ball like that and will just walk over to it and they'll just let the thing go, and it's nice that the pitcher out here, Mr. Pitts, has it down.
Here's Ryan Williams taking one off the inside part of the plate. We mentioned Sam Pitts. He only has now 3 strikeouts, or 3 walks in 17 innings of work. but now has put up 14 strikeouts. That ball's driven deep into left field. Going back is Frank Gall, and that's going to one-hop the wall and left. Ryan Williams getting the Raiders off the schneid with a 2-out double.
Yeah, it's up to Jet now to bring that runner home. You know, you really don't want to hit a double and then have the guy behind you, especially with 2 outs. Just do nothing with it. Really dampens your spirit because that was a long ball.
Yeah, pretty deep out there in left center field, probably around the 380 mark, but still got a lot of barrel on that was Ryan Williams. Sam Pitts missing inside again. Pitts was facing the minimum up until that double. Here's Jet Buck, 1-0. That one's going to be popped up. Bodenhausen might have another one, but calling off is Jeter Mose. So Sam Pitts allows a double with 2 outs, but the Raiders have nothing to show for it. We're all tied up at 0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Todd Ramundo and Carter Norris welcoming you back to Phil Welch Stadium. New pitcher to tell you about, Carter.
Yeah, we got Brooks Jones coming out from the bullpen. He's uncommitted out of Lawrence High School, Rock Chalk, in Kansas. He's sent in at 6'3", 200 pounds. Is a right-handed pitcher.
Left-handed pitcher.
Left-handed pitcher, but a right-handed batter. And, you know, he has a 4-pitch mix out here, a 89-mile-per-hour fastball, and then a curveball, slider, and changeup, all coming in the mid-70s.
I'm impressed he's uncommitted with those numbers. That's D1 stuff right there. Kyle Hepburn digs in as he waves and misses on a fastball on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, there were a couple of these guys that I was looking through their stuff, and a lot of them, 2 or 3 of them were looking at, it said in their notes that they were looking at the draft that's coming up in this July. So that might be why he's uncommitted for now.
That one fouled off by Hepburn. I mean, he's a lefty, throws 89. I don't know what his numbers were in high school, but I don't know if that's good enough to get you drafted in today's day and age. Still can be developed, but out of high school, that's a tough sell.
Yeah, I was a little confused looking at those notes too, but I guess it's their choice.
Hepburn going to foul that one off to the right side. A Linder's final line score, the starting pitcher for the Ban Johnson Raiders. He went 3 innings, giving up 3 hits, and all 3 hits were actually the leadoff men, but gives up 0 runs anyway, 1 walk, and a strikeout facing 12 batters.
Yeah, that foul right there was almost in the cornhole over there by the party deck.
That's got to be a home run if that happens.
I'd count it.
Another 0-2 to Hepburn. Fastball misses up and away. That is some good velocity, though, from Brooks Jones.
Yeah, the catcher was nodding to him there, seeming to like that velocity, but I don't know if he liked that location.
We'll see. He might now come back with a curveball, throw it off of that fastball. Here's the 1-2 to Hepburn. Fastball, skied. Noah Williams giving way to Dane Moberly. He's going to make the play near the foul line. So Kyle Hepburn flies out, and that will bring up Jeter Mose.
Yeah, with this pitching change, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints go ahead and do the same. Sam Pitts coming off the mound was shaking his arm a little, trying to get a little bit loose. It looked like his arm hurt after that last pitch that he threw.
And you don't want to see that. Sam Pitts having a tremendous year for the Mustangs. Here's Mose. Breaking ball from Jones misses away. Mose in his first at-bat, singled through the 3-4 hole.
Yeah, his velocity's really up there, but he needs to really work on that location.
Especially with the breaking ball, as he misses another one. That one might have been a slider right there.
Yeah, all 4 of those were sort of in the same place, just way outside and way too high.
And that's not even enticing Mose at the plate. Kind of allows him to have an easy take, can really lock in, sit fastball, and maybe we could see a signature Jeter Mose home run right here.
Yeah, even with a taller guy at the plate, Jeter, he's missing that strike zone a lot.
That's the 3rd straight pitch out for Brooks Jones with no one on. Interesting plan of attack.
Yeah, he's 3-0 with 1 out here, and if I'm Mose, I'm taking.
Mose hitting 277 with 324 on base, 8 RBIs, and 2 home runs, looking to make it 3 right here. Fastball misses inside, so a 4-pitch walk to Mose. And that allows Dom Felix to step up to the plate with a guy on first.
In my opinion, that was a great call by the umpire. You know, as an umpire, it can be a little confusing once you have like 3 or 4 balls coming way off the plate like that to try and recalibrate your strike zone to, you know, call correct balls and strikes.
That's a good point right there. And that's also why when a pitcher continually dots the outside or inside corner, umpires give way a little bit, give the pitcher a couple extra inches, and that can make all the difference.
Yeah, whoever the opposite of Bob Ross is what this pitcher's looking at right now.
The opposite of Bob Ross.
He's not painting that zone at all.
It's an abstract art, just throwing whatever you want out there.
Yeah, he's no Leonardo da Vinci.
Here's Dom Felix.
Dom Felix sounds like a painter's name to me. And that ball, again, in that same spot, high and way outside.
Call him Donatello. I didn't realize all the Ninja Turtles were named after famous artists, actually. Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo.
What's the last guy?
Leonardo.
Leonardo.
There you go. Stumped me for a sec, though.
Yeah.
Probably see the panic in my eyes right there.
Yeah, all these art history classes, and he's the guy I forget.
After retiring the first batter, Brooks Jones has thrown 6 straight balls to the 5 and 6 hitters in this Saints lineup. As Dom misses a fastball, popped up and camped under it is Kobe Wheeler, and he'll make the play. So a 2-0 pop-up. That's going to bring up Jackson Glick with a runner on first and 2 outs.
Yeah, the pitcher finally finding that zone, and, you know, Dom decided to swing at it and just a little under.
Glick reached on a fielder's choice back in the second. So far, the Mustangs have left a man on base in every inning. And barring a pickoff move, could happen again here. Here's a lefty-lefty matchup of Jackson Glick. There goes Mose. And that throw is going to be a little high. Mose sliding in safely at second.
Yeah, not the same throw that they had last time trying to get that runner. Just way high. Shortstop having to jump for that one.
Now Glick with a chance to add to his RBI total. Down to the count 0-1, though. Mosey at second. Not a big lead over there. Now he takes an extra step. Fastball misses inside to Glick. Draws the count even at 1-1.
I'm thinking Glick, being one of those younger guys, just coming out of high school and committed to Pima Community College, he should be used to these speeds a little more for the pitches, so I'm looking for him to be really aggressive and, put one out there.
Little slider that backed up on Jones. It'll be 2-1 counter to Glick. But you mentioned Pima Community College. That's out in Arizona.
Yeah, I hope he's used to that heat out there because I've touched Arizona before and it is hot.
I had a chance to go to Arizona State, and I walked outside and was like, "Nah, I'm okay."
Yeah, we'll keep it in nice, beautiful Lawrence.
Here's a 2-1. Fouled off to the left side. A couple kids running after it, but cannot make the play.
Yeah, he looked on time for that ball, just under it. Piece that together. That's a beautiful shot. Looked to me like it would have gone right in that gap between the left and center fielder.
Little pause here. Jones looking to put away Glick.
It's deuces.
2 on, 2 out. Sorry, 1 on. He's at second. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Glick. Fastball was way outside, taking off the catcher's glove. Kobe Wheeler lost it in the process. That was interesting.
And now we've got a full count. The pitcher seems to be finding that strike zone now. As a coach, I'm taking a sigh of relief after that. But let's see if Glick can do anything to drive in this run and get something started here for the St. Joseph Saints.
I'm assuming Kobe Wheeler got crossed up right there as he didn't. I mean, you can't even say he got a glove on it. He didn't even get his hand on it.
No.
Glove came clean off trying to catch that ball.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. Goes between the pitcher's hand and the ball or the pitcher and the catcher.
Here's the full count to Glick. That misses down. That ball gets away from Kobe Wheeler, and that's going to bring in Jeter Mosey. So Jackson Glick works the walk, and Mosey comes in to score. It'll be 1-0 Mustangs.
As a pitcher, I'm really upset right there. Not a lot of that was earned at all. Just a pass ball on a walk, scoring a run and putting your team in a deficit.
That was the second walk of the inning right there, and Truman Bodenhausen will have a chance with a runner on first and 2 out.
I think Truman's got one of the best walk-up songs out of this entire lineup. Not anything that you really look for, like that's like a staple lineup, but it's just really good.
Yeah, there is a unique factor to it. If you have a pretty common song, it gets old, especially if you have like a famous MLB guy. No one's going to come out to Edwin Diaz's Narco out of the pen because you're not Edwin Diaz.
Yeah.
Got to find your own thing.
And what's interesting, this isn't even like a full song. It's from an interlude on an album.
This one fouled off the right side. All right, Carter, what would your walk-up song be?
Back in high school, I was in Partial 3. So we had All Nah by, I think, Chris Young.
That's a good one.
And then we had 2 future songs, I Serve the Bass and Crushed Up. Yeah, I went with I Serve the Bass because, a little bit of baseball pun right there.
Well, that was from future, but your baseball career's in the past.
It is for now.
Never know. Might play some KU club baseball next year. We're always looking for players out here. I'm the vice president.
Yeah, I got to get that velo up, though. I've been out of the gym for a little bit. Somebody's got to drag me out of bed in the morning. Get me out there and get some arm strength up.
And misses up and away to Truman Bodenhausen. All-American honors are going to be announced June 27th. Actually, I should check if the Mid-America regional honors are up right now. I've been looking at that all day. Here's a 2-2 to Bodenhausen. Fastball misses just high, so Jackson Glick going to get a head start at first on the next offering from Jones.
Yeah, really good plate discipline right there. If I was him, I would have swung at that. That's a really good eye by Truman Bodenhausen.
Especially on 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Young. That misses away, so 3 walks in the inning.
Yeah, and just as I expected, it's a mound visit. Got the coach coming over to talk to their pitcher.
That'll bring up Frank Gall.
With 2 runners on and 2 outs, now's the time to make something shake. Change that 1 into a 3, 4.
It's Todd Mundo alongside Carter Norris, who's filling in for Charlie Marshall. He should be back next week. He's on vacation. Don't really know too much about it. We'll probably learn more when we come back. But that's going to be the end for Brooks Jones as he gets 2 outs but 3 walks. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. The Saints have first and second with 2 outs. Frank Gall steps in, hoping to extend his lead to 1. The Vikings, I'm all over the place today. The Mustangs struck for 1 earlier when Jeter Mose walked and eventually came around to score on a wild pitch.
Yeah, we got a new pitcher up here, Sean Combs, a right-handed pitcher that's attending Hutchinson Community College. Also standing 6 foot, around that 190-pound mark.
Yeah, what were you mentioning about picture day earlier?
You know, all of these guys are around that 6 foot, 190-pound mark. I just think it'd be really hard to get a team picture because you don't have any really tall guys to stand in the back, no short guys to stand in the front. Just a whole lot of sorority girl kneeling.
If I was on that team, though, I could stand as tall as I want at 5'9". Frank Gall down in the count 0-2. He's batting over 400 in the year and hoping to keep it that way. Here's the next pitch to Gall. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him. So the Mustangs do get 1, but strand 2. We head to the top of the 5th. It's trivia time here at Phil Welch. Keep it here on the broadcast. Tyler Marundo and Carter Norris welcome you back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. Dane Moberly leading it off here for the Raiders as they're trying to catch up to the Mustangs, who put up a one spot last inning.
Yeah, it's interesting keeping Sam Pitts out here after seeing what his arm was kind of doing after that last inning's last pitch.
That one's grounded, just foul to the right side.
His velo does seem a little bit down, but, he's still on point putting those pitches over that plate.
Yeah, the big thing is how well he's going to be able to control that curveball. That has been his best pitch so far today, but as you get tired, sometimes less spin rate, you tend to leave your ball up. That's when you hang it, they bang it. Yes. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, just low.
I don't know about that one.
It's tough to see from here with the angle you have. The camera angle is pretty close to what Carter and I see. So maybe a tad low. Definitely over the plate, though. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Moberly. And Pitts falls behind 3-1. Falling behind is not something Pitts is new to Pitts today. He's fallen behind a lot of guys, but only allowed one walk and has had a decently efficient start. Here's a 3-1. And Moberly takes down and away. So a leadoff walk, the first walk since the first inning. Mustangs bullpen inactive right now.
That is really interesting to see. As a coach, as Johnny, I guess he would have had a conversation with Pitts, but, just for safety reasons, this early in the season, I'm taking him out.
That one fouled off to the right side toward the parking lot. Now batting is Lucas Wilson, the second baseman.
Yeah, Lucas Wilson is one of those other uncommitted guys, and, looking to see where he would go.
That one gets away from Hepburn. And moving up to second base is Dane Moberly.
Yeah, it looked to me like that runner was a little bit late on seeing that pitch go wild, but, he's still up there. He's still in.
Yeah, the best base runners are be able to read that downward trajectory of the curveball about halfway to the plate and know it's going to hit the dirt. But got far enough away from Hepburn to where it didn't matter. That one really low. That's going to be back-to-back wild pitches from Sam Pitts, and Moberly is now 90 feet away at third base.
That's what I'm talking about. Sam's having trouble with that arm. And still no action in that bullpen.
As a player, you probably don't want to tell your coach that you're hurting, but at the same time, can't lose this game for your team either.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself, especially if you're one of those college pitchers who doesn't want to be murdering his arm in a summer ball game. Yeah,
it's the other thing. It's summer ball. It's not like you're playing for the championship. That one's grounded foul. Lucas Wilson on the year batting .333 with a .405 on base percentage, only slugging .389. But those are pretty good numbers so far. Small sample size, only 42 at-bats.
Yeah, we can't have any more injured players on this team. It kind of just hurts the whole team's vibe. We have Ike Book with a broken foot, who's been out since almost the beginning of the season.
Another ball in the dirt. That one kept close enough to Hepburn to where Moberly not going anywhere. It's going to be full count.
Yeah, it was a lucky bounce off of his glove going toward that left side. Onto that right as a runner, I'm thinking about taking it.
After this batter, we'll test Carter with some Mustangs trivia. Here's a 3-2 to Lucas Wilson. And that's going to be another walk. So back-to-back walks to start this inning. And Carter, it's trivia time.
All righty.
Your question, how many regular season games, keyword regular season, are on the Mustangs schedule this year?
Well, I sit in that office a lot, and I'm constantly looking at the schedule, whether it's handing pocket schedules to fans or getting out those beautiful magnets that we have that you put on your fridge. But I haven't really paid attention to the exact number of games. Going at this like a test, I'm seeing that there's a 40 and a 50 and a 44 and a 46. So there's two of those that have extra numbers and two that are round. But there's 150, so I'm going to get rid of the 50. That seems like an odd number of games to play. I haven't really ever seen a baseball team play like a round number of games.
Interesting.
So that's
okay.
also going to get rid of a 40 for me. It's going to be between 44 and 46 for me. And, you know, those are both even numbers, but I think I'm going to have to go with 46, just as a wild guess.
46 is the correct answer. The Mustangs are playing 46 games this year, and this is game number 23, so this is the halfway point.
Well, I haven't been wrong yet. And today was not going to be the day.
That one's going to be flared out to right field. It's going to fall in front of Mose. Coming in to score is Dane Moberly. And slipping at second is Lucas Wilson. So an RBI single for Cole Young. And that'll bring up Noah Williams, the runner on first and second, in a 1-1 ball game.
Yeah, that's not something you want to really see as a Saints player. And that was a beautiful throw by Mose over there. You know, it was right on the dot to that cutoff man.
In steps Noah Williams, the first baseman, squares around a bunt, but completely drops his barrel.
Yeah, he didn't really seem too confident on that bunt right there. You know, he just dropped the thing as soon as it touched his bat, and, you know, it went foul.
It's definitely easier said than done, but I think the concept of bunting isn't that hard. You just got to keep your barrel level.
Yeah, it's all about that confidence and, you know, just keeping your eye on the ball, and he seemed to lack a little bit of that confidence right there. He shows the bunt again. Pulls back, but it's still a strike.
That's a curveball, but it started in the zone and ended in the zone. I don't really know what he was looking for there. It's a bunt. But the thing with bunting, right, if you can catch a baseball, it shouldn't be that hard to catch a sweet spot barrel. I'm not saying you're going to do it every time, but it shouldn't be popping up bunts like that. It's going to be an 0-2 count now to Noah Williams. And that breaking ball is going to be flared out to left field. Coming in is Frank Gall. And Frank Gall with a diving play. If that was Jaron Guck coming in from the bullpen, that would have been pretty impressive. But Frank Gall making a nice diving grab. And it's going to be one out here in the top of the fifth with 2 on.
Yeah, might want to sign him up for the Summer Olympics with that absolutely gymnastic catch, lining out, somersault, and a beautiful throw to his cutoff man.
All in one motion, too.
Yeah, most guys would have just laid down right there and taken a while to get up. But no, he got rid of that ball as quickly as he could and, you know, saved us from a run.
In steps Kobe Wheeler. And if you can hear those chants, taco time.
You know, it's a great day for tacos out here. I'm feeling the weather. I'm feeling the vibe. It's taco time, baby.
Yesterday was the end of the Mustangs' 6-game taco streak at home. Hoping to start a new streak. Speaking of streaks, the Mustangs are also on an 8-game win streak. That ball hit pretty well out there, but Frank Gall camped under this one. Going to third is Lucas Wilson. A decent throw from Gall, but not going to get him as Cole Young moves to second on the high throw.
Yeah, just a little short there, but, you know, not too far off the line. I kind of forgive him for it, you know. He just rattled off that last catch. It's kind of hard to snap back into the game after doing something crazy like that.
That's where it's crucial to hit your cut so that trail runner can't get there. It's going to be 2 outs, though. Sam Pitts needing an out regardless. And this is going to be Merloche, who's seen him for the 3rd time. That ball lined over the head of Jackson Glick. Jeter Mose going to come up firing. It's going to be a close play at the plate. And a great tag by Hepburn is going to cut down Cole Young. What a throw from Mose, and what a pick by Hepburn, as the Saints and / the Mustangs are going to hold the Raiders to 2 runs.
Second absolute dot thrown today by Mose. You know, he's out there in that outfield for a reason. He's been throwing him great. He had a great catch. Was it yesterday?
Yes, it was.
He's a terrific outfielder.
So it's going to be 2-1 Raiders. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Could have been worse, but thanks to Jeter Mose, it's only going to be a 1-run deficit. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. The Raiders strike for 2 in the top of the 5th before Jeter Mosaic cuts down the runner at the plate. So the Mustangs will trail by 1 with the top of the lineup due up. Darius Freeman 1 for 2 on the day.
Yeah, that was an absolutely outstanding play from Jeter Mosaic right there. You know, we talked about it earlier, but he's just been throwing dots, and that was just a beautiful play to see.
Yeah, perfect one hop. Good job by Kyle Hepburn as well, staying with it. Those are always tough as a catcher, those late hops, and then you have to worry about tagging the runner. So great job of being fearless by the Johnson County Community College product, Kyle Hepburn. Here's the first pitch from Sean Combs. Slider misses just down.
Yeah, we're looking for Darius to get some work in here. You know, we talked about him being one of those guys that can really lead something off, get something started, and looking for him to do that here.
Awkward swing as that fastball ran in on his hands.
Yeah, Darius got to snap out of that one and, you know, keep an eye on that ball and punch it.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball in the outside corner is taken for a strike. Freeman can't believe it, and neither can a lot of the fans.
Yeah, a lot of woes and balls from the crowd here today.
Combs up 1-2 on Darius Freeman. That one's chopped. Going to be a tough play with the speedy Freeman. Making play is Trey Snyder. And he's going to be out by a split second. First base umpire making the call.
Yeah, Darius is angry about that, and rightfully so. I mean, something that close, I'm hoping it's for me.
So that'll bring up Mason Holton, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk today.
Now, speaking of the fans earlier, we have some fans out here getting ready for FIFA coming to Kansas City in 2026. We got a couple of kids playing with the soccer ball out here in the stands.
Is soccer a real sport?
I would say so. And that almost hits him right in the freaking noggin.
It's actually a big international, I wouldn't say audience, but a lot of international guys playing in the Mink League. So I probably just offended a lot of them. I'm just kidding. Soccer's a real sport. Just nowhere near as good as baseball.
I remember when FIFA was last playing and, you know, basically shut down my entire high school. Like, during every single class, we're just watching FIFA games. It was great.
Holton up 2-0 against Sean, not Diddy Combs, as that one's skied out to center field. And should be no problem for Cole Young. 2 outs for Carson Schreck.
Yeah, just a little under that one. Put a little bit of less of a incline on that. That's going right over the center fielder's head.
Sorry, I cracked myself up. Can we please keep calling this guy Sean, not Diddy Combs?
I'm down.
So Schreck facing not Diddy Combs. He came in the 4th inning and got the last out and has the first 2 outs here in the 5th. As Carson Schreck takes on the outside corner.
From what I'm seeing, Schreck doesn't really love him that low and keeps his eye kind of high on those balls.
Here's the 0-1. Schreck going to hit this one hard into right field, but not hard enough. Dane Moberly makes the play. So the Mustangs are still down 2-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. 2-1 Raiders over the Mustangs as Andrew Clark takes over pitching duties from Sam Pitts. Pitts ended up going 5 innings, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So first pitch from Clark misses outside.
Yeah, Clark's just got to find the zone right here, get some quick outs and get the offense back up and see if we can get out of this 1-run deficit.
That ball grounded to Truman Boda, has in second. Takes a weird hop. And play was a little closer than it should have been, but no problem as Trey Snyder is retired.
Yeah, I don't quite know all the 60 times on these players, but some of them don't seem like they're running as hard as they should on some of these strange plays.
Tell you what, a lot more speed than we saw yesterday with those grown men.
Yeah, it's really crazy the flip the Mustangs have had here, going from playing 30, 40-year-olds to fresh out of high school 18-year-olds.
Here's the pitch to Ryan Williams as Clark's offering is taken for a strike. They weren't all older. There was one 18-year-old. I think it's wild. It's one thing if you're playing slow pitch softball, another thing if you're playing collegiate baseball with much older people.
Yeah, what's crazy is some of those players from yesterday might have kids as old as some of the Raiders kids today.
They could have kids on that team.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1 to Ryan Williams. Awkward swing. Ends to be popped up, and Clark doing it himself. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, that's a real confidence boost right there, getting an unassisted out as a pitcher. Seeing that ball, catching it, get you in a little groove.
Yeah, fastball ran on the inside and completely jammed Ryan Williams. Good pitch there. As in steps Jet Buck, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Buck is hitting .227 in his Van Johnson Raiders season, as he takes a fastball on the upper part of the plate for a strike.
Yeah, that's not a pitch you really want to take. I'd be barreling that up if I was him. You're still only up 1.
Oh, and a beautiful change from Clark has Jet Buck in shambles. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Good setup pitch. See if he comes back with a fastball right here.
Yeah, I expect a little bit more from Jeff Buck on a pitch like that, seeing as he's a junior with a little bit more experience and a .326 batting average throughout his college career. Deuces now, 2-2-2.
Andrew Clark, also a junior, and he's at Northwest Missouri State. Here's the 2-2. And Jet Buck not going to hit that dime from Andrew Clark. 1-2-3 inning for the Mustangs. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Keep it here at Phil Welch Stadium. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. Kyle Hepburn digs in, trying to tie this ball game up for the Mustangs. You just missed the dice roll, and if I was the one out there, I would have made it $350 because I called a 9 and they rolled a 4 and a 5.
Yeah, those that couple yesterday that won the Morgan Wallen and Jelly Roll tickets that are heading out to Las Vegas might want to take you along. Maybe get you some of your luck in them casinos.
Oh my goodness, I would love to go to a Morgan Wallen concert and eat some jelly rolls. Oh, you meant the artist?
Oh yeah.
That's what they said. It was. Oh, what we got free jelly rolls?
Yeah, an older
Uneducated.
Yesterday.
Love me some jelly roll.
That ball's fouled off, almost hitting the guys in the other dugout. That's what we call an ugly finder.
I really hope this next foul ball is not hit right back at us. Slider in there for a strike, and Hepburn quickly down 0-2. Rocking the high socks today. What do you think about that?
It's a weird look. It's not for me, but, who seems to pull it off decently well.
That's my look right there. I love to go in the high socks. Here's the 0-2. Pretty gross slider. Misses high.
That's a great check swing right there.
Yeah, good hold up from Hepburn. Combs out for his third inning on the mound. Only thrown 1 1/3 inning so far. But the third inning he's appeared in. Here's the 1-2. Gross slider. Kyle Hepburn waving at that one. Combs, since entering this ball game, has gotten the first 5 batters out. In steps Mose, who has reached base twice, once via a single and once on a walk. That one fouled off to the left side.
Get another ugly finder heading toward that third base dugout. Now, Jeter's been doing some pretty impressive stuff today. Consistently getting on base, doing great plays in the outfield.
He had 3 hits yesterday. And he's going to have another hit today. Jeter Mose. Second single of the evening, and his 5th hit in the last 2 games.
Yeah, beautifully splits that gap between the third baseman and the shortstop. And if we win tonight, he's looking like a pretty good contender for player of the game.
So he just went 5-6 hole before, went the 3-4 hole, using all parts of the field as Jeter Mose. That'll bring up Dom Felix, the DH.
Yeah, you got to try and use all the holes you can.
Here's Combs' first offering. Loves that little tight slider. That's in there for the first pitch strike.
Yeah, lifting those arms up, thinking it was going to run in on him, but no, that's sitting right there in that zone.
Moseo's already stolen a bag today. Small lead over there. It's Dom Felix. Big hack. But missing.
Yeah, he's quickly down 2 strikes here. 1 run on. And 1 out.
Here's the 0-2 to Felix. Ugly finder. That one's right at Carter.
Yeah, that one's pushed right back, and sounds like it hit a car sitting behind us here in the broadcast booth.
Luckily, my Hyundai Santa Cruz is in park back here. Here's the 0-2. Slider just down. Good take by Felix.
Yeah, he's showing really good discipline right there, not swinging at that ball.
Mustangs have 3 hits today, and 2 of them off the bat of Jeter Mose. The other was a triple by Frank Gall, as the count is now even at 2-2.
Frank Gall is yet another outfielder doing some impressive stuff today with those amazing catches that he made earlier in the game, and that triple that got us off to a nice start. Though we're still sitting 1 under.
Here's the 2-2 to Felix. Swung on and missed. The third strikeout for Sean Combs. All swinging. Jackson Glick up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. As there goes Mose. Close play, but he's going to have his second stolen base of the night.
Yeah, that's a really tricky throw to get in right there, especially on that tag. We only have 2 umpires out here, and from that vantage point, it's really if I was him, I'd be playing it off ear. There's not really much you can see.
Here's Glick. Slider misses inside. Colby Wheeler doing a good job behind the plate, at least from the throwing perspective. Has nabbed one guy already, but every play has been close.
Yeah,
Here's Glick.
He had 2 high misses at the start.
Mosaic getting a little off of second. Interesting pickoff decision. Didn't have to throw that one as the shortstop Jet Buck was about 5 feet from the base. But nothing happened in there. Glick with a big swing, but it goes about 3 feet behind him. 2-1 count. Here's the next offering to Glick. That ball's lined over the shortstop, Jet Buck. That's going to bring in Jeter Mose, and we are all tied up. In the 6th inning, Jackson Glick delivers a 2-out RBI single, and the fans are loving it.
Yeah, a little bit of a problem there in the outfield as one of the outfield lights is completely shut off. I don't know if that was a problem yesterday, but I thought I heard something about that. Hopefully they get it fixed here pretty quick. Doesn't look like it's going to be a problem, though, as the game will continue to play.
That happened, like, during the swing. Moving out of the way of that one is Truman Bodenhausen.
Yeah, that's another one of those balls almost in your face.
That ball was ripped by Jackson Glick. Well needed. Not a lot of barrels for this team today. Definitely not a lot of barrels from guys other than Jeter Mose. Only 7 hits in the ballgame total, 4 from the Mustangs and 3 from the Raiders. And a fairly clean game, only 1 error. And that was by the Raiders. Here's the 1-1. Jackson Glick getting a head start. And stepping off the mound is Sean Combs. So the Mustangs do get 1, but Jackson Glick thrown out at second. We got a tie ball game as you head to the top of the 7th inning. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Okay. Welcome back to Phil Welch Stadium. Dane Moberly leads off for the Saints. Leads off for the Raiders. The Saints, a.k.a. the Mustangs, tied up this ball game in the bottom of the 6th thanks to an RBI single by Jackson Glick. Andrew Clark out for a second inning of work, and a good changeup is going to get him ahead 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Another changeup and another swing and a miss. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I want to see another one here from Andrew Clark.
No, he's sweeping at that floor right there, that batter. Might have to sign him up for some custodial work here at the game after it. Use some help clean up the stands.
Here's the 0-2. And there's a fastball. Can I get you anything? Nope. Just looking. Second strikeout in a row for Andrew Clark. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Lucas Wilson. Just a great sequence from Clark. Change up. Gets the guy to think about it, and all of a sudden there's a fastball by him. That one misses outside to Wilson.
Yeah, this batter's already looking like he has a very aggressive approach. You know, swinging at that ball that's barely off the plate, that movement of the arms. He wants to hit something right here.
Here's the 1-0 offering. Change up. Appeal down to first. And they say he went. So we have 1-1 count here to Lucas Wilson. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. Had a ground out off the glove of Pitts to the shortstop Mason Holton in the second inning.
That ball missed just high on that batter. But again, that movement of the arms, this guy's looking to swing.
Here's the 2-1 to Wilson. 3-1 count as Clark, after dominating the first hitter, is fallen behind 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Fastball taken for a strike. Lucas Wilson ready to trot down to first.
Yeah, doing absolute work with that fastball right there. Just getting it right by him before he can even think about swinging at that one.
Here's Wilson. Now I'm grounded out to the left.
Foul ball right there, but still going to get picked up by one of our infielders and thrown to the dugout.
Well, if this is if the numbers are correct, this is actually Broxton Cole pinch hitting for Wilson, as Cole is going to work a one-out walk. I really wish they would tell us these things. Chase Luttrell hitting for Cole Young, making his first at bat. That one fouled off to the left side. Broxton Cole at first.
Yeah, Chase is going to throw a bit of a ringer here at the pitchers. He is by far the shortest person on the team, standing at 5'2", 125 pounds. Real short guy out there, going to shorten up that strike zone, really make these pitchers pinpoint their pitches.
Wow, that is a small ball player. Makes Altuve look big.
Hey, but he's putting barrels on it out here. 2 balls, back-to-back, fouled back. Put him down 2 strikes. No balls.
Luttrell having a good year, though, hitting .324 with a home run and an .882 OPS. Clark to Luttrell. Fouled off to the left again.
Yeah, he's really putting barrels on those balls right there, you know. I guess it's time to bet on the little guy. See if he can hit something right here. Small guy, a lot of fight.
See if Clark can get Chase Luttrell to live up to his name and Chase. Here's the 0-2. Tried to get him to do it.
See that small strike zone right there. Any of the pass batters, those 6-foot guys, that's a strike.
Clark takes a look at Cole at first. Quick pickoff move, and Cole's back there getting dirty a bit.
From what I've seen, he's been pretty predictable with his pickoff moves. He always keeps his eye off of him until, you know, about the time that he's going to try one of those moves out.
Yeah, that was one of his better moves for sure. Here's the 1-2. And chasing is Chase. Good changeup from Clark. That pitch has been there for him. That is the 3rd straight out via the strikeout for Andrew Clark.
Hey, he cuts down the little man, brings back out the big boys at a bigger strike zone. Looking to put this guy down. Throwing out on base. Get the offense out here, put us in the lead, keep us out of extras.
Now batting is Dylan Zimmerman, who's pinch hitting for Noah Williams. These Raiders trying to get everyone some ABs, not something the Mustangs have done this year. Even in non-conference games, they usually let their starting lineup ride. Zimmerman stands at 6'2", 190. There's a curveball, misses high from Clark. Zimmerman hitting a measly 158 this season. Big frame, though. Another check over at Cole at first.
That was a nice one, just a little bit late, but good attack play by the first baseman there. Kept him on him the whole time. Textbook.
That pitch misses upstairs. It'll be a 2-0 count to the newly entered Zimmerman. Here's the 2-0 to Dylan Zimmerman. Corkscrewed. And that's an easy play over there for Jackson Glick. So Andrew Clark walks a guy, but gets out of the inning unscathed. It'll be 2-2 as it's 7th inning stretch time. Don't go anywhere. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Tyler Bermundo and Carter Norris welcome you back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. We got a good one brewing here in St. Joseph. It's a 2-2 ball game. The bottom of the 7th inning, Truman Bodenhausen leading off for the Mustangs here.
Yeah, a very different picture we're seeing today from what we saw yesterday against the Monarchs. You know, that complete shutout, absolute domination of the Monarchs that the Mustangs pulled off yesterday to a very close game against these kids fresh out of high school.
Bodenhausen shows bunt and pulls back, 1-0 count. New pitcher for the Raiders is Hunter Hampshire. Tell us a little bit more about Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter's a left-handed pitcher committed to Johnson County Community College. You know, he's like most people on this team, around that 6'2", 190 mark. His fastball tops out at about 87, and his changeup and slider are low 70s. So decent pitch mix, off speed that varies greatly from his fastball. So.
And he's headed to Johnson County Community College, a very good community college out in Kansas. Bodenhausen takes that one for a strike. It'll be a 2-1 count. Sean Combs ended up going 2 1/3 with 2 hits, giving up 1 run, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Hampshire hoping to not walk the first guy he faces. Here's Bodenhausen, 3-1. And he's going to do just that. Truman Bodenhausen works out a leadoff single. That'll bring up Frank Gall, who was 1 for 2 on the day with a triple back in the third.
Yes, see if Frank can bring in that magic back. It is a lefty-lefty matchup, but I'm looking for him to put something maybe opposite field and, get that runner to third. Maybe get something brewing here.
Here's the pitch to Gall. Behind him, Truman Bodenhausen, who's putting on a sliding mitt, is going to jog his way up to second. Now the Mustangs have a runner in scoring position and no out. Mentioned earlier, Frank Gall with having an incredible year, batting after this game, or during this plate appearance, that's 439, but probably close to 450 after his triple.
Yeah, the Raiders pitchers have been missing, sort of in that same spot they got right behind Frank Gall right there.
Gall looks to bunt and pulls back. He's up in the count 2-0. Here's the next pitch to Gall. Takes a look at Bodenhausen. As Hampshire finds in a strike.
Then we got Frank Gall and then Darius Freeman coming up next. So 2 really speedy base runners. So if we can get both of them on, load up the bags and get us that Jeter Mose up next.
The Ban Johnson Raiders sitting in 4th place in the Ban Johnson Collegiate League out of 12. They have an 11-4 record and are a game behind first place. And some of these names cracking me up. The Regal Plastic, the Building Champions, the Adapt Physical Therapy Prospects. Kind of fun out there.
Those sponsorships go a long way in Ban Johnson.
Hampshire behind 3-1 again. As Frank Gall going to foul one off to the right side. Yeah, I had to double take. The Adapt Physical Therapy Prospects.
Yeah, I don't think Kyle would be too happy renaming the team that.
Here's the full count to Frank Gall.
Ooh.
Swung on and missed. Fastball. Got him with the gas. As Gall goes back to the dugout, and it's going to be the other lefty, Darius Freeman, stepping up to the plate. And by other lefty, I know there's more. I just meant to say the next lefty.
Yeah, Darius is a scary left-handed hitter. Even against a lefty, he's put up tremendous numbers this year, and we're hoping to see him put something out there. We need the Saints to get something to hit here to put him on top. Darius is just the man to do that.
Here's Hampshire to Freeman. Slider, pulled foul. We are short-staffed today, so Carter will be taking a quick break. Should be back here for the 9th inning, so it's just me. You got to get some private Tyler time. Hunter Hampshire, 0-1 pitch to Darius Freeman, goes behind again. And Truman Bodenhausen going to move up 90 feet as he's gone first to third on 2 wild pitches behind the left-handed batters. Carter, you got anything to say? Oh. No, he doesn't. Darius Freeman 1 for 3 on the day with an infield single back in the first. Infield is in for the Ban Johnson Raiders. Not willing to trade a run for an out here, trying to get the guy at home. That's Truman Bodenhausen. Here's the 1-1 to Freeman. Fouled back. Now if you're Hunter here, you got to be gunning for the strikeout. You're ahead. Freeman, not the biggest strikeout threat. Does put a lot of balls in play, but little lefty-lefty breaking ball might get the job job done. Just threw a fastball high. Let's see what he comes back with. Freeman's ready. Hampshire's ready. And that's kind of the swing you're looking for if you're the pitcher. Butt out, reach for it. Now you go a little more outside and see if you can get this punch out. If you're Darius Freeman, you're just looking for some kind of contact. Anything past the infield gets the job done. Here's the 1-2. That one's popped up. Going to have a look. It's Kobe Wheeler behind the plate. Another 1-2. Ready from Hunter Hampshire. Here's the pitch. That ball's grounded up the middle, off the mound, and Darius Freeman has given the Mustangs the lead. RBI single for the center fielder as it's 3-2 Mustangs. That's all he needed to do. All he needed. Good contact. Little lucky bounce. And Truman Bodenhausen scores. Next up, Mason Holton is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Freeman always a stolen base threat at first. Not going here. That pitch misses up and away. Been a good pitcher's duel today. Only 8 hits in total through 7 innings for both teams. Look to first is Hampshire. Mason Holton, the two-sport athlete. He's a football player in high school. Darius Freeman goes back on the back pick. Here's the 2 offering as Freeman's going to get picked off. Quick runner, though, as he's going to be called out. Darius Freeman not happy at all. I thought he got in under the tag, but visually disgusted is Darius Freeman, who's been called out multiple times here today. Second time this game he's been picked off. That'll make it 2 outs now for Hunter Hampshire and the Raiders. That pitch misses high to Mason Holton. Here's a 3-0 pitch. And that's taken low. So after Freeman was picked off, Mason Holton will replace him at first with an extra out. Carter Norris is back. Thank goodness, because I have no clue. Kind of blacked out the last 2 minutes without him.
Yeah, I got somebody to cover for me for my job. Let's just say I'm rooting for Donald Duck to win this mascot race coming up.
Interesting. What else is interesting is they're going to pull Hunter Hampshire as a new pitcher's going to come in. We'll tell you all about it when we come back. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Tyler Bermundo and Carter Norris welcoming you back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Carson Schrack up with the runner at first. Darius Freeman brought in a run with an RBI single. And that is how we got here, 3-2. New pitcher to tell you about. Carter?
Yeah, we got Carson Rosen up here, a right-handed pitcher attending the Kansas City, Kansas Community College. He's coming out as a junior. Seems like he's doing okay up on the mound. You know, nothing too scary I'd be worried about as a hitter, but you know, he's got more college experience than all the other pitchers we've seen tonight, so.
Carson Schrack not seeming to be scared at all. He's up 2-0 quickly.
Well, he's one of those Arkansas guys now, so.
That pitch gets a piece of Carson Schrack. So after the bases were cleared on a Darius Freeman caught stealing, back-to-back free passes gives Kyle Hepburn a chance with 2 on and 2 out.
All right, Kyle, let's do something here, man.
Hepburn 0 for 3 on the day, but having a good season. Correction. We have a pinch hitter for Kyle Hepburn. Be Jordan Black. So Kyle Hepburn, you can see his numbers, but it doesn't really matter. Jordan Black went hitless yesterday against the Monarchs, but has a chance to redeem himself here.
Yeah, Jordan Black, the Wichita State University guy. He's a sophomore there. When he was there, he batted .344 with 10 bombs for the squad, so a slump he's not used to seeing.
He was also teammates with Kyle Hepburn, the guy he replaced. Johnson County Community College, as well as Michael and Franca, Denton Biller. A lot of Johnson County guys on this Mustangs roster. Here's the 0-1 to Black. Takes that one down. 1-1. Mason Holt at second. Carson Schrack at first. This one fouled back. Jordan Black in a 1-2 count.
Yeah, it sounds like some early fireworks going off here at the game.
We do have fireworks tonight. I think that's where you were going with that, and I just stole your joke.
No. I was going to say it was going off behind us. I'm a bit scared.
That pitch misses high to Jordan Black, so draws the count even, 2-2, and as Carter loves to say, deuces are wild, 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count.
Yeah, we had a tradition at my high school. I know a lot of high schools do it, but, you know, when it's deuces on board, you got to...
Well, hold that thought as that ball gets away from the catcher, Colby Wheeler, and both runners move up, so Jordan Black will have runners at second and third with 2 outs, hoping to extend this Mustangs lead.
Well, it's deuces no longer, but like I was saying, we had a tradition where if it was all deuces up on the board, you got to take 2 fingers, you rub the side of your cap, brings you good luck.
Pretty universal.
Well, you know, I spent a lot of time in this.
That's going to be the 3rd free pass in a row for the Mustangs. Jordan Black walks, and Jeter Mose is going to have a chance with the bases loaded.
Like I was saying, I spent a lot of time in the dugout here with the Mustangs, and, you know, it's a universal thing, but the only one I've seen do it is Jason Little.
Going out of the windup now is Rosen. As Jeter Mose with a big swing and miss.
Yeah. I think every batter, once they get up there and the bases are loaded, they're looking for that grand slam, but it's not really the approach you want to have right now.
Yeah, you just let it happen. You'll run into that ball if you get it. Mose going to ground that one to the shortstop, Jet Buck. He's going to go the long way to first. And the Raiders will escape the bases loaded jam. Not before giving up the go-ahead run thanks to Darius Freeman's RBI single. 3-2 Mustangs. As we head to the top of the 8th, keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. A couple of technical difficulties, but no problem. Jace Johnson newly entered in this ball game, but he's quickly down 3-0 on Kobe Wheeler. That's a strike, and Jackson Hellberg hitting for Kobe Wheeler.
Yeah, Jace Johnson's one of those interesting submarine pitchers. You know, he gets real down on the ground right there, and, you know, that it's really effective against hitters.
That ball through the 3-4 hole. The newly entered Hellberg with a leadoff single.
Yeah, and something to note about this grass here at Phil Welch Stadium, it's really slow. Balls seem to die in it really fast, and, you know, that makes it a little bit harder and a little bit easier for the outfielders. You know, ball's not going to really get it past them, but, you know, they have to run up to get it if it falls short.
Yeah, we noticed a lot of extra base hits here, but ground balls hit hard in the outfield die, so a lot of the times singles with guys on second end up resulting in runs. Awkward swing there from the leadoff man, Jackson Mervosh.
Yeah, Jace Johnson's a really impressive pitcher. You know, he struck out a batter per inning in his freshman year at Scottsdale Community College.
He's doing better than that this season. I think his K per nine is up around the 14-15 mark.
It's those pitches coming from below the knee that these hitters aren't used to seeing. Especially high schoolers, coming out of high school, you don't really see a lot of submarine pitchers.
No, you don't. Not a lot in the MLB either. Be a 1-2 count here to Jackson Mervosh. Here's a pitch from Johnson. Misses outside.
As a coach, I'm looking for my leadoff man right here to, you know, hit something in the gap, make something happen.
That ball gets away from Johnson, and moving up 90 feet to second base is the newly entered Jackson Hellberg.
Yeah, that pitch got away from him there, way out of the catcher's reach and off the backstop.
So Hellberg at second, full count to Jackson Mervosh. Johnson hoping to find the plate. That ball's grounded up the middle. Bodenhausen going to take it, and on the run, and can't be dug out by Jackson Glick. So it's going to be an error on Truman Bodenhausen. Could potentially be a big one as the Raiders have runners at the corners and still nobody out.
Yeah, it was almost a spectacular play right there. He just couldn't quite get the throw in. Had the first baseman digging for it there in the dirt and just couldn't quite come up with it.
So bring up the Tennessee commit, Trey Snyder. That ball swung on and ground to Holton at short. Should be two. And it will be. The Mustangs roll a double play. Not before the Raiders score. Again, that's Jackson Hellberg coming in to tie up this ball game, but the bases are now clear. Jace Johnson with a fresh start and gets to face Ryan Williams.
Yeah, as a pitcher, you got to kind of shake that off there. You know, it's productive outs-wise, but, you know, getting up that run to tie up the game is not something you really want, but got to shake it off. Throw pitches down the middle here, get them out.
No RBI for Trey Snyder on the double play. Williams is 1 for 3 on the day, hit into a double play in the first, doubled in the fourth, and popped out to the pitcher in the sixth. And final lines for Andrew Clark: 2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. He faced 7 batters. This one fouled off to the right side.
There's a considerable number of foul balls here today at Phil Welch. And a lot of them going back. Not really anything any of the fans can grab, but you know, there's going to be a lot of cleanup behind the stadium later.
Here's a 2-1. That one gets a big piece of Ryan Williams.
That was right on the line right towards that batter.
That one, there was no chance for him to get out of the way. That was headed for him out of the hand. So a 2-out hit by pitch will bring up Jet Buck, the shortstop. That's one thing we didn't see a lot against the Monarchs is free passes, but we have at least 6 here today.
The ball's outside. And we got Jet Buck here. Again, junior at Washburn, one of those utility players we were talking about. Sported a .326 average throughout his career at Washburn.
That one misses outside.
He's the kind of guy I would want at the plate trying to drive in runs here in these late innings, all tied up.
Jace Johnson, not the kind of outing we're expecting.
And we're going to have a mound visit right here.
Well, we have a second. Let's show you the upcoming schedule for the rest of June. After this, the Mustangs travel to Nevada to face the Griffins. Have an off day on Monday. Put the Carroll Merchants first away, and then are back here at 7 o'clock at home on the 26th. They go away to Chillicothe, a team that they've struggled against, are 2-2. They play the Clarinda A's on the 28th, who are sitting in 3rd place, and then match up with the Jefferson City Renegades a week from tonight. That team's in 2nd place, about 5 games back.
Yeah, and you're going to want to show up to that game, 26th against the Carroll Merchants, man. It's Win Wednesday, as Kai calls it. So if we win, everybody wins. A free GA ticket will be given to everybody after the end of the game as you exit the gates.
As that pitch taken outside, trying to get back to the broadcast. Computer is running unbelievably slow here today. As there goes the runner. This ball skied out to right field. Coming in is Mose. And you're not going to see it, but the Mustangs will get out of it. So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, all tied up at 3. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast.
Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk.
So we don't have to just go the whole thing without muting anymore.
That's fun.
Okay, I think we're on. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. Having some streaming issues, which is why you were caught on the schedule screen last inning. That ball's grounded up the middle, past the pitcher. Going to his left is Jet Buck. And off the glove. So Dom Felix with a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, he sort of drugged that ball around with his glove on the floor there and couldn't get a hand of it. Gets us a runner on base, and, you know, the Saints here are looking to score.
Jackson Glick steps in his last at bat with an RBI single to right field.
Yeah, Glick's looking to punch his ticket as one of the hotter players of this game by setting the runners up to score.
Glick 1 for 2 on the day, has reached all 3 times, 1 via fielder's choice, 1 on a walk, and 1 on a hit. That ball taken downstairs. 1-1 count to Glick. Rosen out there for his second inning of work. Hunter Hampshire ended up going 2/3 of an inning, giving 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
Yeah, that ball misses just inside on him. We got a 2-1 count here.
Outfield playing pretty shallow, especially the center field. Let's see what Glick can do here. Fastball misses on the inside corner.
Yeah, that's sort of the same spot as that pitch was last time, and as a batter, you know, if he gave it to me last time, I'm hoping to give it to me again, but he's going to come up with 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch to Jackson Glick. That ball driven into the gap in right center. Digging for third is Felix. Let's see where he goes. Jackson Glick going to second, and he's going to have himself a stand-up double in the bottom of the 8th. Second and third Mustangs.
Beautiful piece of hitting right there. You saw how the ball just died as soon as it hit the grass over there. It looked like it confused the right fielder and the center fielder there because it just didn't roll back at all. You're playing on turf fields or short grass fields, that ball's going pretty much all the way to the wall off that speed, but here at Phil Welch, it kind of just dies.
Bring up Truman Bodenhausen with no one out and 2 guys on. Infield's in. That one taken for a strike. Bodenhausen 0 for 1, reached twice on a walk.
Yeah, that's the ball you want to hit right there, right down the middle, right where your hands are. Should have punched that out, score some runs.
That ball inside to Truman Bodenhausen. 1-1 count here. Let's see if Dom Felix going on down contact are going to see it through. That one's hit out to center field. Going back on it is Chase Luttrell. Dom Felix tagging up, and the throw's going to go to third. So the Mustangs now lead it 4-3 on a sac fly from Truman Bodenhausen.
Truman doing what he really had to do right there, you know, being productive, getting a run in. He didn't really have to push that anywhere. He just needed to get into the outfield where the runner on third could tag up and score. We got a mound visit right here for the Raiders, and we'll see if they keep him in or not.
That's going to be the end of Rosen's day. New pitcher coming in, and we'll tell you all about it after the break. Frank Gall steps in and fouls that one back. New pitcher to tell you about.
Yeah, we got Matt Lewis up on the mound here, right-handed pitcher committed to Butler Community College. Again, same height and weight as everybody else right here. He's got a slower fastball sitting around 84 as its top. He's got a really slow curveball, low 60s, and a really slow slider and changeup, both sitting low 70s.
Could be a different look though. A lot slower than a lot of the guys we've seen. Might have keep these Mustangs off balance. Frank Gall going to foul that one off to the left.
Yeah, Frank looked a little bit late on that. Guess he got the tip off that this guy was a little bit of a slower pitcher. Not that slow.
Mustangs have scored in the last 3 innings, but only 1 run in each of them. They also scored in the 4th. 4-3, bottom of the 8th. Butt out foul ball from Frank Gall.
Another one of those falls, reaching that back fence, but way foul. Strange, I haven't heard any mines today from the press box.
Yeah, the press box is something else here. Really, if you haven't gotten a chance to come out to Phil Welch and you're only watching the broadcast, we don't do it justice. We really don't. It's an experience. Here's the 1-2. Slider just off the plate.
Yeah, from all the promotional stuff and the fan experience out here at Phil Welch is just different. It's just great. You know, it's got a real hometown feel to it with just a lot of flavor. Kai puts a lot of work into these promotions and stuff, and you know, really has the fans kind of first here.
That one gonna hit the roof.
Yeah, we can hear that one bouncing right over our heads.
And there's another sponsorship. Getting their money's worth. Here's the 2-2 from Matt Lewis. Swung on and missed. Frank Gall goes down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. So we 2 outs here for the Mustangs in the bottom of the 8th.
I can't have one of my top left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate like that.
What an analysis from Carter Norris. I'm sure you came up with that all on your own.
Yeah, I totally didn't take it from MLB The Show.
Now batting, Darius Freeman.
Yet another left-handed power bat.
Got some speed here as well. Here's the 0-0 to Freeman, taken outside. He had a RBI single that gave the Mustangs the lead. The Raiders got it, tied the game, and then the Mustangs scored another one here, 4-3. Here's Freeman. Out on front of that one. That one's fouled back.
That was a strange swing to see. And from back here, it kind of looked like he grabbed onto it with his bat and threw it behind him.
Here's the next offering. There goes the runner at second. And he's going to be safe. Jackson Glick with a successful steal of third. And Darius Freeman only needs 90 feet to bring in Jackson Glick.
Yeah, the entire Raiders team thought that was an out, and from up here, not even close. Freeman was in there.
Rosen responsible for the runner on third and has 1 earned run of his own. Here's Matt Lewis. 1-2 pitch to Darius Freeman. Misses low. Here's the next pitch. Freeman grounds one down the line. It's going to be called foul. I didn't have that foul.
Call there. I don't know. To me, it seemed like it bounced over that plate before going foul, but you know, with 2 umpires out here, it's kind of hard to tell.
I'm with you. I thought that was for sure in fair territory.
Yeah, this entire season, there's been a lot of strange calls out here due to the fact that there's only 2 umpires out here, but you know, it kind of keeps the game interesting. Players having to step up in spots where they usually didn't have to.
Believe me, umpires do not get better as you get into college. Here's the 2-2. Swing, grounded to short. Jet Buck going to have to hurry with the speedy Freeman, and a strong throw is going to get him. Mustangs do strike for a run as they have the lead. Headed to the top of the ninth. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. They lead it 4-3. Tim Teixeira taking over the pitching duties as he is a hard-throwing righty. Just graduated high school.
Yeah, the fans are still here, still in their seats. I mean, it's a really close game out here. Both teams battling really hard. Coming in with 2,407 fans in attendance today.
Tim Teixeira's first pitch is a strike to Dane Moberly. Catches the bottom of the zone. That pitch misses high. That's
a close
fast.
call right there.
I've seen Teixeira get clocked at about 95. That's his top. That was pretty close to it. That pitch misses away.
Yeah, you can hear from the press box up here a pop from that glove every time it hits that catcher's hand. He's going to have to go home and ice that thing after this guy gets done pitching.
That one fouled off to the left. Tim Teixeira standing at 6'2", 250. He also 2'8" in high school, but gave that up here for the Mustangs. 2-2 count. Batter late again.
Yeah, both those foul balls going to almost the exact same spot over there. Those kids over on that hill are happy as heck.
Happy as heck.
Pitch.
That one grounded to second base. Truman Bodenhausen. And no problem for Jackson Glick. Mustangs 2 outs away from finishing off this ball game.
Yeah, Jackson's doing a pretty good job out there, both behind the plate and on first base. You know, he's getting some good swings out there. He's reaching base a lot, and you know, stuff like that. Just putting players away.
Then I'll bring up Broxton Cole, the entered second baseman from last inning, as he takes a first pitch strike from Tim Teixeira. Here's the next offering. Good pick. Dom Felix, who was DHing, moved to the catcher position. Jordan Black came in to hit for Kyle Hepburn. That one fouled back. 1-2 count to Broxton Cole.
Yeah, Tim up there throwing these really high velo fastballs and just really high velo pitches in any respect is a real great example of just any physics problem. Mass equals motion. And he's got a big sturdy build out there, and he's pushing these balls fast.
That one dug out of the dirt. Going to be 2-2 count. Yeah, it's not only his fastball in the high 90 or in the low 90s, his slider probably in the mid 80s. That's just as hard to hit. And that was hard hit, hitting Broxton Cole's elbow. So the Raiders get a guy on with 1 out, and stepping up now is the center fielder Chase Luttrell. Here's Luttrell now with a runner at first. It's a tying run. Teixeira's pitch misses high. Chase Johnson throwing 1 inning. He gave up 1 run on 1 hit, no walks, and no strikeouts. This one fouled back.
Yeah, Chase here, that little guy that we were talking about, is out here. He's swinging at pitches just like he did in his last at-bat. Fouling him back and getting him stuck on the net.
5'2", 125, but has a home run this season. He's looking to bunt. Instead, it's a rough call. It's going to be a 1-2 count. I thought that missed outside for sure.
Yeah, Chase isn't really happy about that one. Looks a little angry over there. Might have said some words, but nothing that ticked off the umpires enough to yell at him for it.
There's a check swing sword. Fouled off to the left.
And that's 2 balls for him that he's gotten stuck up on the net.
Impressive stuff from Chase Luttrell. Dylan Zimmerman awaits on deck. Teixeira taking a look at first, but Broxton Cole not going anywhere. Mustangs hoping to improve the record to 21-2. Here's the 1-2. Misses high on Luttrell. Probably a strike for a lot of other people. My host family's daughter, who's 12, is 5'2". Nasty slider from Tim Teixeira gets Chase Luttrell looking as the Mustangs have 1 out to go.
Yeah, the crowd really liked that one there. Getting everybody fired up. It looked a little dead out there. You know, dragging through this long battle. Both teams playing very well, but as a fan, you know, there's not much excitement to see. 7 and 5 hits. Not that many.
That one's going to be skied. Calling for it is Carson Schrack, and Tim Teixeira shuts the door. His 4th save of the year, and the Mustangs improved to 21-2. Their 3-game homestand, they beat the Monarchs on a walk-off in the 11th inning on Thursday, 11-0 Mercy on Friday, and they beat the Raiders 4-3 here tonight. Don't go anywhere. Carter and I will have the post-game show right after this break. Keep it here on the St. Joseph Mustangs broadcast. Welcome back to the friendly confines of Phil Welch Stadium. Tyler Bermundo alongside Carter Norris filling in for Charlie Marshall. The Mustangs knocked off the Ban Johnson Raiders 4-3 in an exciting one. Carter, tell us a little bit more.
You know, it was a really kind of slow game the whole time if you're a fan, but for players out there, you know, it was one of those hard-fought battles that you really can't really be that mad at. You know, the pitchers threw hard. They got a lot of no hits out there. I mean, like, I don't know what it was, but it was like five hits, 7 hits. It was a really low-scoring game and one of those really long fighters that, as a player, you look for.
A sac fly from Truman Bodenhausen gave the Mustangs lead in the 8th. Darius Freeman RBI single in the 7th, but the Raiders kept coming back. You're hearing fireworks here in a second. Not many fireworks, though, in terms of hitting-wise. Only a 4-3 game, but the Mustangs improved to 21-2. Let's talk about the pitching performances. Tim Teixeira closed the door. Jace Johnson out of relief. Sam Pitts gave us 5 innings. What else did you see?
No, I saw Tim Teixeira really shoving those last couple innings of the mound. You know, putting that 95 velo to work. You know, getting those balls right past the batters. You know, those Submariner pitches coming from Jace Johnson, was it? It was Jace Johnson that's throwing those Submariner pitches, really throwing those batters off sync, and you know, making it a really nice game for us here at Phil Welch Stadium.
Well, that's all we have for you. Tyler Bermundo alongside Carter Norris. Charlie Marshall will be back on Wednesday. He's coming back from his little trip. And that's all we got for you tonight. The Mustangs 21-2. Be back here Wednesday at 7 o'clock on the St. Joseph Mustangs live stream. Have a great night.